Hello everyone. So today we will discuss about the concept which is a cryptography. Okay, that is just we discuss about the fundamental of cryptography and bit about the history. Okay, previous classes we discussed about the introduction of cybersecurity, threats, vulnerabilities, and risk management, and also we discussed about the security frame and threat modeling. Then we came to know about the access control and identity management. So today topic is cryptography and it's like how it's work and like that normal concepts, right? Then a little bit about the history. Okay, so as the word crypto says, when this word crypto says cryptography, right? This word has a crypto. The crypto word meaning itself says the crypto word meaning itself says that is like kind of hidden thing, right? That words come from the Greek word cryptos. That word comes from the Greek word that comes from the Greek word cryptos. Cryptos. Okay, comes from the Greek word cryptos. That means of hidden something, hidden or secret. That means is hidden or secret. Okay? Hidden or secret, something like that. Okay, hidden or secret. Okay. In English, it has been used as word forming element since at least 7060. That is for describing hidden or unstated elegances, right? That is for hidden elegances or kind of unstated elegances. Okay, that is used for some designing, hidden currencies. That word came to know later on. Hidden design, okay, hidden words, and then later currency also. That is used for the currency also. Okay, that is used for the currency also. So now we will erase it. Okay, then I will see when we will see later about the other things. Okay. So like those we understood about the crypto word came from the Greek word crypto. Okay, that means is a hidden or secret things. Okay, so that nobody knows about it and that privacy can be loaded, something like that. Okay. Okay. Now let's come to the what is cryptography concept here. In the concept, we'll understand how it works and how it is evaluated. Like what is the actual concept behind it? That is encryption and the decryptions, right? That we will discuss about the encryption and decryptions. Okay, that is related to concept. Okay, history means what kind of like ancient one crypto used and modern crypto. What is a modern crypto? Okay, how modern technology is using and how ancient technology was using. That one we will discuss a little bit about. Okay, that is about the history. Okay, also we will understand how crypto was evaluated in which application area. Okay, so mainly application areas in the blockchain security, Bitcoin security. If we go about the money, right? Altcoin security, stable coin security, and that is like it was using the cryptocurrencies, right? That's a crypto world. Okay, that's a crypto world. And if we say about their encryption, decryption in the digital area, okay, like that things we will understand. So we have to cover about the digital area, that is a cryptography things. Okay, that we have to cover mainly. Okay, so now let's come to the our objective of the current study. So we discussed about the overview of the today details. Now we will understand about the objective. Okay, let's come to the objective. If we see about the objective, so in the objective, next slide, in the objective, we will understand at the end of this lecture, we will get to know that basic concept, okay, why cryptography is critical, explain the evolution of cryptography from ancient to modern, as we already talked, related that we will relate cryptographic concept to real world security incident. Okay, we will understand some real scenario based things in the cryptography. Okay, what the learning outcome, what the objective will become the learning outcome. So define the cryptography, it's important. Explaining the cryptographic goals. Okay, then describe the historical evolution of cryptography that we already understood. Connect cryptographic concept with real incident, that is scenario we understood or the exam. Okay, so what is the outline of today's things? What we are going to understand today, we'll check what is cryptography. Okay, first thing, first we'll understand about the what is cryptography. Okay, second thing we will understand about the core cryptographic goals. So, what is cryptography? We'll understand first. Okay, core cryptographic goals. Then we'll understand about the brief history of the cryptography. Okay, brief history of the cryptography. That is also we'll understand modern cryptographic concept and real world case studies and key takeaways. What need to take. Okay, so as we know, we should know now, cryptography is a science. If we will go to this pen, so cryptography is a science. Okay, cryptography is a science. Okay, and practice of securing information. What is this? Securing information, right? So information means we will understand the case studies like WhatsApp chats and these things, right? Details, emails, many things. Securing information by transforming into unreadable. Okay, by transforming into unreadable text or unreadable format, we can say unreadable format. That is a cryptography. Unreadable format. Okay, that unreadable format is called a cipher text. Okay, cipher text. Cipher text. This is the one, right? So transforming original information by encryption technology to the cipher text, okay, so that nobody can understand between. Then, then this will be sent to receiver and then again decrypted, okay, and now in between nobody can understand, but after reaching it, it will be decrypted at the time of reaching and it will become the original message again, original message. So it's a process like sender, okay, to receiver, okay, sender to receiver. In between what happened? In between what happened? Okay, in between what happened? Sender to receiver, okay. In between what happened? There will be cipher text, okay. And what happened? Previously, it will get encrypted to cipher text, so nobody can read it. After reaching, it will decrypted, so it will become the original. It will become the original. Okay, I hope we are understanding. So I will draw it clearly. I will make it clearly. Make it clearly so we can understand properly. So cryptography will be understood properly to us. So what happened here? Let's draw. Okay. So what happened? Original message, original. Okay, original message there. Okay, that convert to cipher message, unreadable format. Okay, we will see how. Okay, now that will be goes to the sender and receiver. Okay, that will goes to the receiver and again original message. Original message converted by the decryption. And in the encryptions, this is converted to cipher. Now in between, nobody can read it because unreadable format. Okay, this is the process. Okay. Now I hope we are understand. We understood this, right? I hope we understand this. Uh, I just pause for a second so that we can read about it. Okay. Now if we go to the main concept of the core cryptographic goals, what is there in the outline? Okay. Core cryptographic goals are what we have to think about it. We will learn about it in details. This time telling you this is nothing but what we need to enable secure communication and data protection should be secure. That is the goal. What the goal? Data protection and secure communication. Data protection and secure communication. That is the goal. Okay. Secure communication. For that, what is needed? Confidentiality, integrity, authentication, and low reputations. Okay, that means preventing a sender from denying that they sent a message, providing proof of origin and integrity. And these are the core cryptographic tools, right? So key concept is a encryption, hashing, digital signature, and key management. Okay, this is the key concept. Brief history understood started by the Greek letter, crypto. Okay, we will see the modern cryptographic, the old cryptographic technology. We will see modern cryptographic technology has function. Okay, AES. We will understand about the. We will discuss about those case study. We will discuss and then key takeaways. What we will learn after that. Okay, this is the we are going to understand today. Okay, I hope we understood today outline. Okay, as today lectures outline. Let's go to the first thing as we already discussed. What is cryptography? So we already discussed about it. If I will delete it, first I should delete it. What? I should delete it this one. Let me delete this one. Okay. Annotate and I will go to rubber. Not about to delete it. Okay. Let's see this. What is cryptography? We already understood. Cryptography is a science of securing information. We already understood. So it's a proper definition we are reading. Okay. As I already discussed, but here we can discuss some definitions. Convert readable data into unreadable form and then ensure data protection during storage and transmission. Email, banking, messaging in cloud system. Okay. Mainly using. Suppose hello is converted to this by some algorithm. Okay. So this is a old one is different algorithm, modern technology, different algorithm. We will discuss about it as we talked about last slide. So by algorithm, it converted to the suppose H is converted to J, something like E converted to K, L converted to N, O converted to Q. Now nobody knows what is it. Now again, when receiver receives, it decrypt by the key. Now there is a keys concept. We will understand about the private key and public key concept that we will discuss in the asymmetric both key needed, symmetric only one key needed. We will discuss about it, no problem. There's different chapter for the symmetric and asymmetric cryptography we discuss. Now just we are understanding about the cryptography. So when it reach, it will come to the original one that's called the cryptography. Okay, let it lead and then we will come to the next discussion. Okay, let's see the next. What the goal we already discussed. I already talked about that. So first goal is a confidentiality. Okay, that is authorized user can read the data, right? That means what it makes sure integrity, confidentiality, availability. Okay, that means the information and data security. Integrity data should not be altered. That means no others can use the data. If they use, they cannot understand. Authentication verifies the identity. Non-reputations means sender cannot deny the action. That means because they knows who is sending, how to going, that because of the encrypted permissions, right? On the asking permission due to key exchange or the without key exchange, whatever is there, these are the goals of the cryptography. So that communication and data transfer is secure. Okay. I hope we are understanding cryptography in a easy manner. The algorithm other details are in the symmetric and asymmetric cryptography. Will go into the more details, but now we are just understanding about the concept and what is it about. Okay, let's go to the next. Next is a kind of, if we will talk about the next, that means we are talking about the Caesar Cipher, right? Shifted based encryption. Like the era, like previous era. History, if we talk about the like history of the cryptography, is we talk discuss that how cryptography evolved. Previously, Caesar cipher was used. That means a shifted based encryption. Like we play also the game, right? We give some name and we say the value is suppose 3. So A, B, C, D. So gap is 2. Again B, C, D, E. C, D, E, F. So D, E, F, G, E, G, H, I, F, I, J, K, something like that. The shifted based encryption is easy one, right? So we can say this is easy one. Okay. So this is simple one. This is a simple one because this is just a the shifting what? This is just shifting the alphabet or number to make sure the next word. So it can be cracked fast. So it's a previous Caesar cipher. Okay. This is used in previously the alpha, beta, ABC, gamma, something like that. Used in military communication previously. In the World War II, it is used mainly. World War. Okay, simple substitution technique, easily breakable today, but revolutionary at that time. Now it's very easy to break, right? Because many aptitude and reasoning involved in the many exams. So it's very easy by directly without the computer algorithm only it can be cracked. So at that time it was revolutionary, but nowadays it's very easy to crack. Okay, previous was Caesar Cipher. Caesar Cipher, right? And now we will understand next technique. Let's see what is the next one. Next is a that used for the World War II, right? Enigma machine, mechanical encryption system. The previous this, that we understood about the Caesar, right? That was the World War II, as I told. Enigma machine, what was the application of Caesar based, right? Cipher. So mechanical encryption system breaking Enigma had been World War II earlier marked the start of the cryptanalysis as a discipline, right? So what was there? Proper algorithm is there. That means three shifted, four shifted. So according to that, that Enigma machine used to send the message to particular goal and can be identified by the another military person. So this is the how cryptography used in the World War. That is the history of the cryptography. That's very simple shifted based cryptography, right? Let's see the next modern cryptographic era comes up to the classic and modern technique. Rise of computers and the internet. Why modern cryptography comes into the power with the algorithm, with the more data, with the more structure, with the more highly like qualified algorithms, with the highly qualified data. Because the computer was evoluted after 1950, and now after 1980, its evolution was very big and huge, and many algorithm comes to make a data information secure. That's called a modern era. And classic techniques are different, modern techniques are different, right? Classic was very old one, modern due to the computer one. So rise of computers and the internet, mathematical algorithm replace manual ciphers. That's classical one. Symmetric and symmetric encryption introduced later on, foundation of digital security today. We need a, or the organization organization need a very high digital security. So now they need a modern technology definitely. So if we talk about different modern technologies, what are those different modern technologies, right? If we say about the PKS, that is a nothing but public key signature, public key cryptography. Okay, that is if we talked about the PKS. These are modern technology. Previous classic one we understood this cipher based, right? Now we are understanding not a cipher, the manual based, right? But we are understanding models of PKS with a public key, right? Public key. That is secret key, the kind of private key we can say, secret key, sacred key, right? Secret, secret. We can write properly here. Secret, okay? It has function is nothing but an algorithm that is SHA-256 that transform data into a fixed length, okay, serving as a fingerprint to ensure data integrity, right? Data integrity. Hybrid crypto, a crypto system combining the convenience of public key for key distribution with the efficiency of symmetric key cryptography for encrypting larger messages. So this is a hybrid kind of two things together, right? LWC lightweight cryptography. That is what lightweight, lightweight. WEIGST lightweight cryptography. That is specialized cryptographic algorithm, right? Designed for sources, constant devices, kind of IoT sensor smart cards that have limited computational power, memory, energy, right? It is designed for the limited computational power and resources. Okay, limited computational power and resources that is designed for. Okay, so these are the modern technology. So public key based, secret key based, hash function based, that's kind of fingerprinting, hybrid crypto, kind of public key and private key using together. That means using the public key or key distribution with the efficiency of symmetric key, that means private key for encrypting larger message. Right? So using the symmetric asymmetric together, that's a hybrid. Public key is kind of asymmetric, secret key is kind of symmetric, has functions kind of fingerprinting. Or the SHA-256 technology hybrid is kind of both symmetric asymmetric together. LWC is very lightweight for the smart cards and the high limited computational power, memory, and the energy. Okay, so let's discuss about the things. Okay, okay. Now, after understanding these things, we understood what is PKS, SKS, S function, hybrid, crypto, LWC, like basic things we understood, right? We will go details in the upcoming lectures, maybe more details. First, we will go to the case study. And we will go about the symmetric asymmetric cryptography differently. Hash function is already we will discuss in the how it works in the upcoming chapters. Hybrid together, symmetric asymmetric, how it works, we will discuss NWC kind of for the managementing of a memory, power, and the pace, right? For the smart sensors, smart cards like those. Okay, we'll discuss it. But before that, we'll go to talk about the some case studies. That's the first case study where it is used. So we can see in our WhatsApp messages end-to-end encryption is there, right? That end-to-end encryption is nothing but we do cryptography so that nobody can, in between, nobody can read the data, even though owners cannot, or WhatsApp or Facebook owner can also not read that data. Meta can also not read. In between, there is ciphertext. In purposefully, if they want to crack very huge and very high, then there's particular chance. But generally, they cannot read those data which is in the communication between two persons, that is privately encrypted. Okay, so only sender and receivers knows, right? So when the communication start with the new person, that start by the asymmetric, because to need to be safe between two persons. But as soon as it become a chat or saving the contact, it become a symmetric, right? Because we need a fast algorithm, fast permission, only one key is involved, so fast transfer, because key is already transferred and talked. So even message encrypted before leaving sender's phones. Okay, this is how it works, right? Encrypted. That means nobody can read the message in between. Only sender and receiver knows what is going on. Okay, in between this is a cipher text. So in between person, middleman, man in the middle or middleman cannot read the message. Okay, middleman cannot read the message. Okay, safe. So message encrypted before leaving the sender's phone. Okay, even WhatsApp servers that we discussed, WhatsApp server cannot read the message. Okay, demonstrate confidentiality and authentication. Learning cryptography protects personal communication. So suppose any app you are using need to be end-to-end encrypted. If those are not end-to-end encrypted, that means the data or chat is not secure. Although any data has saved in the backup cloud, that is okay. But even or unless your cloud security is there, nobody can reach the data in the middle. Okay. Let's go to the next case. Okay, suppose we're talking about the first this one, banking, right? Okay, this one, okay. Actually, the upper point to back now is okay. Okay, let's see this one. So now banking data, right? Now you go on up. Let need to make it up. Okay. That's not good. That annotation. I will make annotate. I will cancel it. I don't want it now. I just want my slide. I want the swearing again properly. Okay. Now again sharing. Okay. Same. So we can see here the bankings, right? Banking transaction case study. Second case study, the banking transaction. So banking data encrypted during transmission. Okay. Now what happened? Protect password, account numbers, transactions, prevent man in with the middle attacks, right? Like somebody in between cannot understand the information what is going to transmission. Okay. So what the case? First case we understood about the messaging. Second case we understood about the banking data or the like money or some information transactions. What are this? Protecting password, account number, these kind of things. Prevent man in the middle. Cryptography enable trust in the digital finance system. This is the second case study. Let's understand the third case study. Okay. Third case study is the any organization or big companies. Okay. So suppose organization is there, they have a sensitive information data, right? Stored without encryption means hackers can understand and properly can read and can take those data. But if there is encrypted, hackers can take, but they cannot understand, right? Hackers access readable customer information. That is a threat. But if encrypted, that means they will take and cannot understand. Okay, threat can be mitigate, right? Mitigate, right? Can be mitigate. We talked about it in the learn, right? Result in financial laws and legal practice. So if there is no cryptography, that means the problem is they can hack and understand the data and can use the data or money in the making the loss or making the impact on the assets. But if there's a cryptographic phenomena used, they will take the data, but they can understand, they cannot understand, and they cannot use it for the harmful purpose, right? Either they cannot breach the security in the transmission of money systems, right? In the organization. The data is secured by transfer is secured by the proper cryptography. But if the lacks cryptography, there is increasing the cyber risk, right? Proper cryptography, advanced cryptographic algorithm is making the secure the organization information, data, retransfer, detail information. Okay. But lack of cryptography increases the cyber risks in the organization. Okay. That we understood from the third case. Okay, let's see the next case. So, what is there? What is there here? We are understanding, if we talk about it, why cryptography matters today. Protect digital identity. Now we understood why cryptography matters. What is cryptography? We understand how it started, okay, how it evaluated, what are the goals, right? What are the classical and modern cryptography techniques. Now, why important? We understood three cases: normal, simple, general cases, chatting, banking transaction, and the organization details, right? So, what it protect digital identity, secure cloud and IoT devices, Internet of Things devices means the information through the internet, whatever coming from the sensors to the physical device can secure that. Cloud security can be affected properly if there is no proper cryptographic algorithm are used. Enable secure e-commerce, Amazon, Flipkart, Visa, whatever there. If there is no proper cryptography used to design the application or transaction security, that can be the problem between the for the e-commerce, right? Mandatory for legal and compliance requirement. Although ISO, NIST, or other organization which has the regulation or the documentation for the policies, they need for any business organization to run it cryptographic algorithm or security management. They need a proper security management. Then they need a proper compliance requirement fulfilled by the using proper secure algorithm, right? Okay. So that we understood about the why cryptography matters today. Let's go to the next. Okay. So from here we understood cryptography is the backbone of the cyber security, right? Cryptography nothing but backbone of the cyber security, evolved from the simple cipher as used in the World War II, and it comes from the Greek word crypto that we discussed already. to the complex algorithm. As we understood about this hash function, we will discuss more in details, but it comes to the cipher to the complex algorithm, that is SHA, AES, from DES to AES, 256 bit to now 512 bits. We will understand about the algorithm and talk about in details. Okay, but now we are understanding how it evolved. We understood in the simply manner. Okay, in the beginner level, we understood how it works. Protect data, identity, and communications. Okay, weak or missing cryptography lead to serious breaches. We understood for the organization examples, WhatsApp examples, banking data examples. We discussed about the scenarios, right? Those things we understood. Now, if we go, if we talk about this, what we understood today. So we understood today about the cryptographic concept, right? We understood today about the cryptographic concept. Okay, so we understood today about the cryptographic concept. Okay, cryptographic concept, that is crypto concept. Okay, that is cipher, cipher. Okay, that is mainly hidden. That is mainly hidden, and that comes from the Greek word, right? In the 70s, 60s, right? Approx 70s, 60s, and because we are understanding about the graphy, that means kind of writing and designing something. Okay, that means securing the digital word scenario, protecting the data and information and the kind of money transaction. So data, intellectual information transmission, right? Protecting the information transmission or data transmission or the money transfer, whatever the transmission process are, they need to make a secure. Okay, now that security is mandatory due to the compliance and regulations that we also understood, right? Also, for that there are classical techniques. Those classical techniques are the cipher techniques or manual based technique. We understood about them. Later on, now in modern days, the techniques are PKS. The techniques are what? PKS, public key, that is a asymmetric technique, symmetric technique, hash function technique. Previous technique was manual. Okay, manual. It's a classic. Now in modern days, that is a symmetric, has, okay, and the lightweight. Okay, these are for the smart data. These are for the fingerprinting. These are for the private keys, and these are public and private keys. Those we will discuss in details about them. Okay, we understood through the example, through the banking example, we understood why the cryptography is mandatory for the money transaction security, digital transaction security, and the employee information security and the data security. Right? Same for the organization, same for the WhatsApp chat. Also, we understood one message. If we are using any app, if we are using any app or algorithm, no, app, any chatting app, if we are using, if that app is not saying the chat is end-to-end encrypted, that means in between anybody can read the original message. Anybody can read the original message. But if chat is end-to-end encrypted, that means nobody can read the original message in between, because that converted into the hidden format or the secret format, so that nobody can be understood about it, right? So that we learned today. We talked about mainly cryptography, right? That's come from the Greek word crypto, that means hidden, right? And later on, that concept using for the cryptocurrency and these many things. But our target is the digital words. Okay, our target is the digital words. How data, information, money system are secure in the transmission process, because using the different cryptographic algorithm. Okay, so these are the things, right? Why we understood the third case, we understood about the data breaching, banking, right? WhatsApp chatting, we understood. Just we understood the different modern techniques and the previous techniques, that manual one. Okay, we will discuss about details in modern technique upcoming lecture, right? And this is how the cryptography started in the actual use of the cryptography by the Enigma machine in the World War II, by the rotary kind of machine in the mechanical encryption system, that shifted base encryption, right? Suppose I am saying something that in between some other military person cannot understood, and that can be reached properly to the what I want to say, that could be reached properly to the my team. That's what previous era. We understood the goal, confidentiality. Main important goals are confidentiality, integrity, authentication, non-repudiation, right? What cryptography is, we understood already. Format hidden, then encryption and decryption, making the original one. So we understood about it, right? Outline, we cleared everything, the all details we understood. Okay, we understood our outcome we covered, objective we covered. So here we understood encryption makes the original to the hidden. Then hidden makes then decryption makes the hidden to the original. So this makes us from the original to hidden to original. Encryption, decryption. That is nothing but about this. The history started from the later ancient to the modern, that used in the World War II by Enigma machine. Also, that word comes from the Greek word crypto. Okay, these kind of things we understood today, and I hope you enjoy and learn basic of the cryptography, how it works, what to do, what to not do, and what to not do in the sense the chatting app. Those is not encrypted. That means your data is not the secure, right? You can make sure whatever chatting app you are using, that should be end-to-end encrypted. So your chat is the secure in the talking way or the transmission way. Okay, so that is needed based mainly needed cryptography is needed mainly for the data and information transfer security. Okay, and chat whatever talking, money transfer, information transfer. So for the organization security, any organization or any personal security, that cryptography are needed. In the modern cryptography, there are many algorithms. The symmetric, asymmetric, we will going to learn about it, right? Hash function, as we talked about the modern cryptography techniques. So later we will understand about the that symmetric and asymmetric cryptography later on this one, right? As we talked about the modern cryptographic algorithm. Okay. Now just we understood about the basic concept, history, how it works, what is it, okay, what are the application, how it started, like those things we understood from today's lecture, the basic things. Okay. I hope you enjoy this lecture. If you enjoy this lecture, please like and share this lecture. And as I already discussed in the last lecture, I work in SA University, and SA University is a prominent university in India. It's one of the best university in India. So thank you to listen me, and I hope you enjoy this lecture. Thank you very much. Have a good day.